Yo, we're back for another round of Brews and Views. As always, Art, Cliff, and Just drinking brews, giving you our views on certain situations and topics and what's going on in the world. It's been a couple weeks since we've last been on. A lot's been going on, lots been happening. Shout out to Cheryl Underwood for following us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our first celebrity. And,
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl. And I dig your show. As far as female talk shows, your show is way better than The View. So,
we just talked about it.
What we just talking about, if I'm as a guy, if I'm gonna watch a bunch of women sitting around a table discussing stuff, I'd rather watch it talk than The View and those bitter bitches.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, and we Cheryl Underwood, that goes back to Def Comedy Jam. Mm-hmm. We got Eve, who's a rough rider.
Yeah.
We got Marie Osmond. Hey, she's still looking good, and she's getting up there in age, but she's looking good. And everybody's favorite, Sharon Osbourne. I don't know how Ozzy's still living, but that's another topic.
Yeah, leave that alone.
But yeah, this is what we do. Drinking beers, giving our views. Right now I'm drinking a Midnight Brewery, Not My Job, English Brown Ale.
Not
My Job's the name of it.
Okay.
Midnight Brewery's in Ghislaine, Virginia. It's the heart of Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good place, actually.
I go fishing out there.
If it wasn't so far from everything, I'd live out there. But this is a English brown ale, which English brown ale is a little bit. Of course, it's not quite a porter, but it's also got a little bit of sweetness to it. I like it. I check it out. If that's what you like, check it out. I recommend.
Gotcha.
That wasn't my phone, was it?
I don't know. That's somebody's phone.
Yeah. So I see y'all two drinking on the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a O'Connor El Guapo. It's an agave IPA. 7.5%. It's extremely bitter. But it's brewed right here in Norfolk.
Norfolk,
yes,
VA?
It is.
So,
Norfolk, VA.
Shout out to the 757.
Is that Norfolk or Norfolk?
Well, if you're from Virginia, it's Norfolk. If you're not from Virginia, it's Norfolk.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. They sound it out.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
If you're from Virginia, it's Norfolk.
Oh, shit.
And I got Jack here.
Of course you do.
Wow. I got a Seagram 7 and ginger ale. I'm not doing Jack tonight.
I feel left. See, next segment I'm gonna get my drink on too.
It's just a sip to compliment the beer.
It is. It is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We also shout out to King Tom Beats over there.
Yeah.
We got the intern over there in his phone.
Yeah.
Doing what teenagers do.
Yeah. King Tom. If you listen to the end of our last podcast, he actually has his song on the end of our last podcast. It's a slow song.
Yeah, the air of shy.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. Y'all show him some love, man. He got some talent over there.
Yeah. He came up with our theme music. It was,
Yeah, that beat you hear that comes in that leads us in that's King Tom Beats. So yeah, shout out. What's the page? Yeah, the page.
King Tom Beats on YouTube.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah. So.
Well, first go ahead.
I got to give a shout out to my little cousin. He has a new podcast out. It's called Hi, Another Podcast. They up in St. Louis, and it's pretty funny. Y'all check it out. It's a pretty good podcast. Y'all go check that out.
St. Louis?
Yeah, he in the loop.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody do your thing. Whatever it is, figure out your niche and do that.
And we all blow up together.
That's
right.
That's right. Hopefully blow this up before I offend anybody. Sure. Too late.
I was about to say, beat me to it, Cliff.
It is what it is.
Shout out to the WNBA.
Oh man, you got me with that one. You got me with that one.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. Yeah, but go ahead.
Okay. First up on the agenda tonight, with all the protests and things going on, a lot of things happening, statues being taken down, names being changed. The Washington Football Club is falling into that.
Redskins.
You see Cliff wore his Redskins shirt just for this special night.
I still got
Might be the last time I get to wear it.
Redskin mugs. Well, you can wear it as long as you want.
I got a lot of Redskin collectible items now.
Yeah. But it's right now. I'm gonna try to call them the Washington Football Club.
There you go.
But
we got a championship soda from 1987.
Well, yeah, and then you got this room y'all can't see, but it's just just Redskin shit everywhere. But Daniel Snyder, the majority owner of the team, has said for years that he has never changed the name. But that was without pressure from his biggest sponsors.
Yeah.
Yes. You go on Amazon now, you can't find a Redskin anything on there.
Right.
A lot of websites they take it all down. FedEx, who sponsors the field, FedEx Field, that the Redskins play at, they said, "Look, change the name, or we're pulling our name."
Right.
And FedEx that's big shit.
It's very significant because the CEO is a minority owner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is also pulling out now. It's not just because of that.
Right.
It's also because Daniel Snyder's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
Tell us how you really feel.
This was
No, he's speaking truth.
the straw that broke the camel's back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, because everything that's going on, it's just, I guess, in many people's eyes, the time to change the name. Now, saying that, let's get into the brass taxes.
Yeah, that's a good analogy there. Yes, that's the saying.
Let's get into the brass taxes of it. Is the name Redskins extremely offensive? First, I'm going to say extremely offensive before I say just offensive, because there's a difference.
Well, I think that's in the eye of the beholder, though.
There you go. So what strikes me as weird is I'm not hearing anything from any Native Americans whatsoever.
There's a few.
I mean, the last poll I saw was 90-10.
90-10.
Mm-hmm.
But are they polling? Well, first of all, we don't know who they're polling, but there's roughly 5 million Native Americans in America.
Right.
They're not polling all of them.
Obviously.
Yeah. In polls, nobody
can't poll
does.
5 million.
Well, you actually can. You know where they're all at.
That's a whole nother.
America reserved a spot for them. We know where they're all at.
I ain't gonna say reserved a spot. Come on, push them to it. That's a whole different.
Okay. Yeah. But regardless, 90-10, and then so that's just with the small sample that they polled. Now, granted, it'll swing plus or minus in both directions.
Right.
The more you get, but the rough shot is 10%.
Right.
At what point do you switch everything around for, like, what percentage of offense do you allow before you change everything for it? As far as, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
if what I'm saying is offending 5%, should I stop? Or is it 10%? Or is it 15%? 20? What's the number?
I guess it depends on how loud that 10% is or that 5% is.
Well,
and how much sway they have.
Well, right now, that 10% is not saying this shit. This is all white people and Black Lives Matter saying all this shit.
Agreed.
I'm just being honest.
Agreed. Which tells you what's running all this is just money.
But I mean, my feeling on it is, should it? I mean, is it offensive? Yeah, because if they had a shirt or a team called the Blackskins and it had a picture that looked like Michael Blackson on it,
I think it was a comedy bit. That's funny.
Well, I'm Michael Jackson. I like it.
But I'm saying, if they did that, yeah, if they had the black skins, it would be, World War III outside.
Would it?
Yeah, it would.
Would we take that kind of offense?
Yes.
Well, tell me, what's the difference of saying? Because we are everybody, at least in this culture, we say white people and black people. If we said white skinned people or black skinned people, you know what I'm saying? Would it sound as bad? Like if we, well, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I got you. Because Bomani Jones got in trouble on ESPN for wearing a shirt that said Caucasians and it had a dude smiling with a money sign behind it.
First of all,
And they made him take it off.
shout out to Bomani because that's a brilliant brother right there. First of all,
So I'm just saying that's where the point is. I guess and I'm a diehard Redskin fan.
we all are.
Yeah, but I can see where it needs to be changed. If that's
I can see it needs to be changed if I hear more from the Native Americans.
Fair.
Because actually, I find it more offensive that we're still calling Native Americans Indians.
Yeah.
It's actually offensive to Native Americans and offensive to Indians.
Yeah, you're right. I'm with you. I agree. And that's why they the Cleveland Indians.
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So, how many is that?
Do we need to go through this again?
No, but how many years is that? We're still been calling them. So that's offensive to me.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
I saw a meme the other day. It said 1492. Native Americans discovered Columbus lost at sea.
There you go.
yes, he did.
There they go.
I get it, and I'm not going to fight it. I would just like to see them actually asking and polling Native Americans how they feel about it.
I can get that.
Because right now it seems like only people we're offending is white people.
What? No, non-Redskin fan white people.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is Bomani Jones with his Caucasian shirt on that they made him take off. That was crazy.
Yeah. It's in the look of the Cleveland Indians look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are they changing their name too?
Yeah.
They're doing the formal review
Same thing.
that Daniel Snyder said he was doing.
It's the same thing. That just means you're going to change it on your time.
So where does it stop though?
So is Chiefs okay?
I don't know.
Is Seminoles okay?
How about the Braves?
Is Braves okay?
How about Warriors? Is Warriors okay?
I mean,
Because that's one of the ones they talking about changing it to.
Warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That
actually
could be anything.
that's actually the clubhouse leader, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Is Warriors just about Native Americans? Aren't Warriors from every culture?
Yeah.
Isn't a Navy SEAL a warrior?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
stop. Slay the motherfucking roll. I understand where you're going at, but don't go too far.
Because Carmelo Anthony, he sent a letter about sports teams need to be changing, and the Warriors were one of them.
Huh?
Okay.
I need to look that up for you.
Well, let me know. Is there a Native American imagery on a Golden State uniform?
No, it's the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, it is. So chill the fuck out right there.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. I really do get it, but don't go too far.
No. And I feel you. But I knew when this all started that if one sports team was going to have to change its name, it was going to be the Redskins.
Oh, actually, they would have been good. It was up until NASCAR got rid of that Confederate flag, which I was all for, but I knew it was going to trickle back to the Redskins from there.
Well, they've been crying it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my friends have too. Shout out to Percy.
What up, Pete? He listens to us all the time.
He's a little upset that we ain't talking about this shit earlier.
Yeah, this one's for you, Pete.
Yeah, and I get it. And then they said the new name will have, or the new logo will have no Native American imagery.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about here?
Well, it's probably just going to be a W if it's Warriors.
We'll have to see.
I would like Warriors. I know you like Red Wolves, but now the more I think about it, I'm not a big Red Wolves guy.
I get it. Like, there's nothing wrong with any of it.
There's nothing.
You know, it's all.
It ain't gonna be the same.
It's all subjective.
Except for the presidents. I saw that, and I don't want it to be named the presidents.
No.
I will clearly leave the franchise. There's no discussion there.
I'm a Ravens fan after that shit. What about what's the shit on the replacements?
Sentinels.
Yeah.
Washington Sentinels. I just watched it earlier today. Shane Falco.
And the Globetrotters said they would sell the rights to the Washington Generals.
I
don't mind the Generals.
Me either.
I don't mind the Generals.
The only thing I drawback I have on the Generals
is
they get their ass whooped by the Globetrotters all the time, and they fall for the dumbass tricks.
But
every time,
most of the time, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Is it gonna be done before?
They said it's imminent. Like,
well, I read some earlier. They said
it's imminent in the days.
Yeah, and you got to change all the.
Because on our next show, we're discussing a new name probably.
Yeah. Well, they make new uniforms constantly for the team itself, but
he said they're gonna keep the burgundy and gold, so I doubt that they're gonna change the uniforms. It just won't have say Redskins on.
But you see the letter that those Native American tribes sent to Goodell. They wanted them to change everything. Like they wanted them to change the colors too. And I'm like, who the fuck are you to tell somebody what colors they can change to? Like,
if they change the burgundy and gold, I'm gonna be so upset.
Well, you can't tell somebody they can't use a color.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
First of all, that's our color.
Colors, yes.
You can't change it. All the other colors are taken.
Yeah, and
it's unique.
It's unique.
There's no burgundy and gold in any of the major sports,
except for the Redskins.
Except for the Redskins. I'm sorry, the Washington Football Club.
No, they are still the Redskins until it's changed.
I'm trying to be politically correct for
the Redskins. That's what they want.
So for once, you want to be politically correct.
Yeah.
This is the time you choose.
This is the time I choose. It's near and dear to my heart.
So speak what's in your heart.
They are still the Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if I
mean, until it changes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's why I have this on.
Oh man, I got Redskin stuff all around this room.
I was
like
just
you said earlier.
Man, I was just about to buy some new gear before the season. And something told me not to click buy, and I didn't.
I already got an apron.
I did the same thing, and I had about 10 different Redskins things in my Amazon cart, and they deleted all 10.
Couldn't even get your last order in.
So,
but yeah,
hopefully it's a good name.
Yeah, I feel like I said earlier. I think we'll be discussing it on our next show because they'll probably release it before we record again.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
It's got to be soon.
Yeah.
Shit,
training camp opens at the end of this month. They got to do something soon.
Sure, we might have to do a special episode next weekend. Just
maybe
talking about that.
Maybe.
Man, they got that shit crazy, man. New helmet. They gonna have the training camp about to start. So, what they gonna be wearing?
Just burgundy and gold with no logo on it.
The old scrimmage jerseys with no logos on it.
Yep.
Yeah. You get the team discount from East Bay. just plain jerseys.
Just the burgundy jersey.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And actually, it'll be an end of, hopefully. I don't want to get into the sports topic of it, but hopefully it's an end to the shit that we've been dealing with since There'll
be new shit. Oh, you know that.
I know what he was getting ready to say. Hopefully we're better.
Yeah.
A new hope.
Yeah.
But we won't be.
On a side note, I had always said that if they changed the name, that I would leave the franchise. Up until Monday. And I changed my stance. Once, Chester Cheeto decided to stick his hand in there and tweet out about that. And
yeah, pretty much I'm gonna be the opposite.
The reality of it is, for us, most black people, if we're gonna go against the name changes, we're hypocrites.
Yeah, true. But y'all know my stance. Pretty much whatever Chester Cheeto says, I'm probably going to be the opposite.
Which is why I've accepted there will be a name change, and I've put my vote in for what I'd like to do. You know.
But that's just me. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. But I guess that's all we got for that. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some more.
Pulled pork. Shout out to Kona. Yo, back with Brews and Views. Oh man, that was a good one. Sorry about that. Before we get going, I have switched beers to a Heavy Seas Tropicana Citrus IPA.
It's a lot of words.
Yes, it's a lot. It's an IPA. It's got a orangey, grapefruity taste. I particularly like it. I do like citrus IPAs. I know a lot of people who I know that drink IPAs don't like them, but
It's not my favorite. I mean, I can kind of deal with it, but
yeah,
not my favorite.
But I like it. See, y'all still
I'm still
with
drinking an El Guapo.
El
Yeah, I was
Guapo.
bullshitting a little bit, man. We was talking and shooting the shit between segments. Y'all didn't see that, but
But yeah.
El Guapo. Wasn't it the villain on Three Amigos?
El Guapo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Was there amigos falling from the sky?
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Oh, classic.
yeah, good times, good times.
But
Oh shit, I never realized the picture looks like him with an eye patch.
I think that picture's racist.
I'm offended by that.
I'm sorry.
Y'all so stupid.
I'm sorry. But right now, we're gonna talk about, in case you missed it, Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested a few days ago. I think it's Ghislaine. Some people say Ghislaine.
I heard Ghislaine, dude, whatever.
It's a weird spell.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We mean no disrespect.
She British.
Epstein's madam.
Yeah, Epstein's madam, his girlfriend. She's British. Their English is different than ours, so. It's a. I'm sorry.
Well, it is.
It's a whole different English. I don't quite understand it, but I think we're going to go with Ghislaine. That's what it looks like. But she was arrested. She was basically the. Well, first of all, Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend and runner.
Basically, basically bringing the underage girls to him.
Yeah.
Or whatever. 'Cause
And for a recap, in case y'all don't know who, if you've been living under some sort of rock or boulder, if you don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is, he was a financial manager for a lot of wealthy people, and he was arrested last year. Pedophile. Young girls got the pedophile island, this type of thing, and he killed himself. I'm using air quotes on video, or for people listening.
Killed himself.
Yeah, he killed himself, which is really weird because he was kept in maximum security and
he was on suicide
watch, and all of a sudden the cameras go out and they, yes. But
He was murdered.
He was murdered, and we put air quotes on that because he's got a lot of ties to powerful people.
White House,
ex-White House. British royalty. They say Saudi royalty. A lot of actors. But the main reason I want to bring this up is because nobody is talking about this. Like you'll see on the news, Ghislaine Maxwell's arrested, Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, and then it's just gone.
Because that's the way she's going to be.
Well, I think it's more than that.
It is. They don't want us to find out.
They don't want us to find out.
That's what she is.
Because there's a lot of people linked to it, and which is driving me crazy. Because as much as whatever Trump does, people they they latch onto it and they talk about it. Trump is directly involved with this dude.
Yeah.
Yet they let that go.
Right.
Why? Because if they let that go, then they have to implicate Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew, which Prince Andrew, oh my God.
Well, I don't think they really gonna let it go. I think just, she's probably not gonna make it to trial, and that's sad to say, but.
So you're saying they're gonna?
I'm not saying anything
take her out
because this is on the video. This is going out to the
Nothing like that. But, once she's gone,
yeah.
that evidence will mysteriously appear.
disappear.
No, appear.
Yeah, and
Well, the problem I have with it is, regardless of all the people involved or have ties to them, is that they're not talking about it. There's obviously a powerful world ring of people. It's politicians, it's actors, it's business people who are fucking children.
yeah.
And they're just letting this shit go?
Well, I think the story was Jeffrey Epstein when he mysteriously offed himself.
He was done.
Yeah.
So once he's gone, it's done.
They thought so. The problem is that she, and I think I just had it up on my computer a few minutes ago, but she says one of her friends has said that she has film of U.S. politicians with underage girls. That's probably why you don't hear about it.
U.S. politicians. Oh my God.
On a side note, Wikipedia's got it, says pronounce it Ghislaine or Ghislaine.
Ghislaine. Yeah, I've heard it both ways.
Well, why is there a damn S in it?
Because the English language is fucking stupid.
I don't have that answer.
Okay. There's an S in it.
Notice I said this is what Wikipedia says.
Of course, there's a K in knife, too, so you take that for whatever.
Well, before we get off on a tangent.
Oh, sorry.
It's
No,
about that.
but I want to say that it's a K in knife. If it's silent, why the fuck's the K there?
See? Yeah.
2, why is a lead pipe and leading somebody spelled the fucking same?
I don't know.
I don't know. And my parents got mad at me because I got an F in English. It wasn't my fault. It's fucking stupid.
It is.
But that's
We went off on a tangent.
that's
Back,
neither here
back,
nor
bring it
there.
back.
That's neither here nor there.
Spanish is much easier.
But all this shit that's going on, like it was 2 years ago. The girl that played on Smallville on the CW, Allison Mack, got arrested and convicted for sex trafficking and that type of thing. And they went for weeks straight. I saw Allison Mack's name on. I never watched fucking Smallville, but I knew who this bitch was.
Yeah.
And they went with it hard. But they're not going with this shit.
Well, they did when Epstein was.
And then
before he committed suicide.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah,
Was murdered.
on the news every day.
Yeah, it was all day.
And-
Said,
He committed suicide. That's why he went away.
yeah, man. This shit is crazy. And I think it directly ties into what these powerful elites are doing. This type of thing. You got your Harvey Weinsteins and your Epsteins and this shit is fucking nuts, man.
Yes, it is.
And they are not. They went on Harvey Weinstein a whole hell of a lot, but it had no ties to. They had ties to actors,
Right.
but not politicians and kings and princes and all that shit.
Exactly.
But this shit needs to be. It needs to be investigated wholeheartedly.
Well, all that stuff needs to be. If you, I'm gonna look in the camera and say this: if you messing with a child, you got issues.
It's almost the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
It actually, to me, in my personal opinion,
You should be killed.
Yeah. And they say in prison, there's rules in prison, and they say if you're a child molester, that's the lowest of the low in prison.
The place where you have the most hardened killers, these are drug dealers who dismember people and all types of shit, to where they all will look at the child molester as the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
That should tell you something.
Yeah. So, and I mean, it needs to be investigated thoroughly. Not not just for the cameras, not just for, and you know.
That's the problem. They don't want it investigated.
Well, that's the thing.
Especially in front of the cameras.
Well, I watched the 2020 shit they had last night.
I tried, I couldn't.
Well, the bad thing about it, it was just all about Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Like they purposely didn't go any further to dig into.
Because you would have to dig into.
Well, isn't that what a journalism is? 2020 is a journalist show.
Unless you're going to reveal something you don't want revealed.
That's what I was about to say. If you could dig deeper than that, then you, as you listed before, you have British royalty, you have Chester Cheeto, you have other politicians. And if you're 2020 and you want to stay on ABC, then you stop at those two.
And also, ABC is one of the ones, was in 2015 when they first got the story of Prince Andrew, they was like, well, if you want to interview Kate and William, if you want to continue to be able to interview them, then you have to drop this shit.
Exactly.
And they dropped the shit. Just because they want to interview fucking Kate and William?
Yeah, because
there are people that give a fuck about Kate.
Who I haven't seen an interview about and
you might not give a fuck. Someone does.
I don't.
Because journalism, like anything else, is a business.
And that's the problem.
It's all a business because it's all about money.
So,
period.
If you want to stay on major network,
and that's all about. It's about clicks,
right?
Which translates to dollars
and red line.
Yeah,
it's fucked up. And I almost can justify any other part of society, but fucking with kids,
that's nasty.
There's no justification for that.
No. The fuck making somebody register on a sex offender list. That old school shit where you tie every limb to a horse and make them go
in every direction. That's right.
That's the type of shit that needs to happen.
Yeah, that's nasty.
And the fact that they're just letting this shit go is fucking nuts to me. And we sitting here worried about fucking statues and names of schools and shit. There's people fucking kids.
Yeah, that's
and the name of the Washington professional football team.
Yes. But, I could beat this into the ground.
Yeah.
This might be... I think we might force something.
On top of that, just before we end this segment, how is she... as a woman, because I watched some of that last night, and then I couldn't watch it no more because they was talking about some of the girls, and they were like 13, and that was just fucking disgusting.
The crazy is you use one girl to get to her sister.
Yeah, and that's,
I'm like, man,
I couldn't watch it, or I stopped watching it because it fucking pissed me off. And I'm sitting there, and this is the point I was going to make to y'all. Of course, we don't have any women in here because why would we? But anyways, but my wife actually made a good point. She went, as a woman, your motherly instinct should take over at some point. How can you sit there when he's molesting his children? And that was a good point. I couldn't understand it.
Well, she's not a mother.
Maybe, I don't know.
Of course,
how can you sit there while something's happening to a child?
But we also we don't know anything about her upbringing. You know what I'm saying? It's no telling.
Her dad was a...
I mean, do you? I mean, I'm not a parent, but if I see something happening to a child,
I'm gonna say something.
You
might be,
say
but
something or do something.
If that same thing happened to you growing up, not saying it's justified, but it just might not trigger you the same way as it triggers most people.
Do y'all know about her dad? First of all,
I don't.
Her dad was Robert Maxwell, and that's a whole.
He was a terrible person.
Yeah. So if you want to, y'all can Google that out. And people listening to us on iTunes or YouTube,
racist bigot.
Look it up. Robert Maxwell. That was her dad.
Yeah.
And that's a whole show in itself. We ain't got time to talk about him.
So she was raised in that type of atmosphere. Yes. Say.
Yes.
But then you find some guy who's got a lot of money, and you're latching on to it, and y'all have similar interests.
Well, you got money.
Or you got money,
you
but
can get out of anything.
Well, they said last night on the 2020 thing that she had connections and he had money, and so they were a match.
That's two great things. He was just a dude who managing money, but he had no connections.
And she had all the connections through her dad. Because her dad, he had a huge publishing empire or whatever.
What else do you need?
So, but it's still freaking disgusting.
It's fucking disgusting.
As long as that's on camera, that's all I wanted to say.
Oh, fucking disgusting. It's sickness because with that type of money and connections, you don't have to
R.
do
Kelly,
that. You can.
R. Kelly, yeah. R. Kelly's another one. That'll be another topic for another time because I could go in on R. Kelly because I was a huge R. Kelly fan until
We all were.
Yeah.
Everyone else was. I mean, you not a fan. What you was not a fan. What you was doing?
There was a couple of nights that we all, us three, might have been out and threw on some R. Kelly, and it helped. That's all I'm gonna say. Back in the 90s.
Might have.
Did 12 play mean 12-year-olds?
Damn it, Art.
Don't kill that for me. Don't do that.
God damn it. Because I never thought about that. Thanks, Art.
Damn you.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, you know,
But it's possible.
if we're on this subject,
Damn.
you know, the problem I have is not with R. Kelly. I mean, I do, but my big problem is with all the people on the tour bus and the shit that
knew it was going on.
that shit.
Everyone that
allowed
enabled
that
it.
fucking shit.
Yeah, that
Right.
fucked up.
Right.
They're actually worse.
Yeah.
This dude is clearly sick.
Mm-hmm.
These people are clearly greedy.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, greediness is no excuse. Sickness that's a whole other thing. But the greed that you have for the money and that you're getting paid and being able to tag along with R. Kelly,
That's
and
our
you allow that
society.
shit on. That shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
And they are worse than R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And I will
Agreed.
say that. Yes.
Agreed. But that's the fucked up society we're in.
America.
Greed is king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Babylon.
Yeah.
But, you know,
So,
I think we spent that.
yeah.
With a racist as president.
And about to get another racist as president.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But
One is barely better than the other, though.
there you go. You had to throw that shit in there.
We're in
I
the
had
same,
to.
We're in the same place we were 4 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Choosing the lesser of two evils.
Exactly.
No such thing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
It is. We can debate. This will be another topic. Let's save this.
You want a bowl of shit or a bucket of shit?
I don't want.
You're going to eat shit for 4 years.
Doesn't matter to me.
For 4 years, you want to eat that? You want to eat a bowl or a bucket?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But y'all know I don't see society or government and society the same way as y'all.
Okay.
No, you.
Yeah, I got you.
No, you don't.
No, I know. I'm saying I know your view. I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
So therefore, I will never go into that sort of thing.
But okay.
I would.
So you see what I'm saying, but you don't think you don't think my points are justified.
I'm saying we'll
no,
agree to
we
disagree.
just disagree.
Right. We'll agree to disagree. You got valid points.
Yeah. No
But
one's
that's
knocking
not
that.
the way I see it.
Right.
And we'll agree to disagree.
And that's all.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's wrap this one.
So we'll be back. We're going Desean Jackson next.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah. Yo, so we are back with a third segment of Brews and Views. We're still drinking. We're still thinking. You know? And actually we're joined by a special guest for our third segment. Aaron, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The VIP line. Look above your head. I just got that sign today.
Oh, the VIP line.
Yeah.
So this time we're gonna talk about a little something. Desean Jackson, wide receiver for the Eagles, Redskins, Eagles,
And Bucks.
and the Bucks for one season last year.
Yeah.
He was mostly hurt. He's stepped into some hot water. In his case, it's really hot. That shit is scalding his ass right now.
Yeah.
But he said a few comments about
the Jewish people as it regards to the black society.
Yeah.
Is that the best way I can put it?
Yeah. He basically quoted Hitler in Hitler's book Mein Kampf or Mein whatever that shit is. But it basically says that black people are the children of Israel. I don't want to read the whole quote because I don't want to quote Hitler. But black people are the children of Israel, and that the Jews know this, and that they'll blackmail America. Is basically what he said.
Whew.
And he says white people they'll be terrified to know that all this time they've been discriminating and mistreating the true children of Israel.
Do they care?
Well, that's a bigger question. I don't know if they care, Nak. That's a bigger question.
That's just deep right there, man.
I mean, whether you want to debate the merits of what he said, whether it's true or not, my problem with it was he quoted Hitler. Other than that,
Yes.
I mean,
You're going to turn a lot of people off once you start quoting Hitler.
right. Now,
That being said,
thank you. I was trying to figure out a way to word this, Cliff. That being said, are black people the true children of Israel? Yes, I believe so.
I believe so. Actually, remember our Hoop It Up uniform one year?
Yeah.
The Chosen?
Children? Yeah.
Yeah, who came up with that shit?
Yeah.
This nigga right here.
you bring a hoop it up back.
We had a motherfucking African airbrush shit on our shit and everything, man.
I just I cut my sleeves.
That's right.
That's a whole different. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Throwback.
I agree with what Desean Jackson is saying. I disagree with the timing of it and how he presented it.
Yeah. Do you agree with?
I think that's accurate.
Yes.
Do you agree with the part where he said Jews will blackmail America?
Well,
Because I believe in the part that says black people are the true children of Israel.
yes.
The part where it just says Jews will blackmail America.
Reading that like that, you have to ask him what he means by it.
Gotcha.
You can't take it at, well, I'm just, because it sounds crazy just on the surface.
Right.
But if you're just going to vilify him,
Yeah.
it sounds crazy, but you need to ask him what he means by that as far as blackmailing America.
Well, that's true too.
You know what I'm saying?
And the fact that he's on the Eagles, and we touched on this, that had Riley Cooper.
Yes, who got into a fight
Right.
at a country, it was a country western
Something like that.
concert or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And
And he
got
said,
into a beef with some black people,
he said, I'm about to beat up some niggas.
about to beat up some niggas. And they didn't fine him.
They
didn't
gave him a
suspend
contract
and they
extension.
gave him a contract extension. Granted, he did perform on the field that year.
Did he?
But, well,
But that's beside the point, though.
but now do we use that as a precedent?
I don't know.
But also, I am one of these people who doesn't believe that what you say out your mouth has any bearing on what your fucking job is. Do you show up for work? Do you do your job?
Well, hold on.
Oh, yeah. You about to walk down the road with that one.
Because, I mean, I don't know, but your job, yeah, because what you say really doesn't matter as long as you can do your job. But if you're in the public spotlight, what you say matters.
Well, it depends on the job, is what you're saying.
Say something negative about your job on the podcast.
No.
Yeah, if you're in the public spotlight, man, you definitely have to watch. What you
So it depends on the job, is what I'm saying.
Well, no,
What type of job?
yeah, if you're in a public spotlight type job, yes.
Yes.
Yes, it all because what you say matters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You have a responsibility to the people that actually listen to you.
To listen to you, to buy this Eagles uniform that they're buying.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get that, but I think it was precedent in this case, simply because we're talking about the Eagles,
well,
and we went through this before.
yeah, but
It might have been different if this was another team.
I don't know. All right, let's bring it.
In terms of how we have to go about it.
Let's bring it to this. Does it matter if what Desean Jackson said was true or not?
It should.
Because I think we all agree that on the part where he said that black people are the children of Israel, we all kind of agree that that's
a factual statement.
Yeah.
right.
But
Well,
this
is it factual to everybody, or is that a conspiratorial truth?
Well, I don't think some people want to believe it. Go ahead, Aaron. I see you about
The
to say something.
majority of people don't want to believe
they
it.
don't want
So
to.
it's a conspiratorial truth.
I wouldn't say that.
Because
I wouldn't go there.
you have certain people that actually do history and go back and find facts on this shit.
Yeah.
And people still choose not to believe it. Like the Bible. When it says that the Bible was whitewashed, a lot of people don't want to believe that, but it is true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
This is true.
I mean, a pair of little feet of
believe the
brass
truth, man.
And just because you don't want to believe it doesn't make it false.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Exactly.
Because you can't walk around Jerusalem 32 years and not be white. I'm just saying.
You're not going to live there and be pale.
Right. It won't happen. You can't.
And they made it about skin color, man. Because in all actuality, it's only one race. Like we're all
Human race.
exactly.
It's just depending on what part of the earth you come from to dictate your color.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
they've made this shit into race.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not really about that. And that's the one thing we have to get past.
Well, and if you want to go deeper.
Not we.
Yeah. No, we don't have to get
I hate to tell you.
No, it's we, bro.
It's we.
Everybody has to get past it. This is white people, black people, Asian people, everybody has to get past that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This shit is good over evil, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with skin color or nothing, because when you really look at it, you got blacks killing blacks. You got cops killing blacks. You got whites killing blacks. Whites killing whites. It really doesn't matter.
Asians killing Asians. You
Yeah,
got
this
shit
is
fucking
the-
beef over and fucking...
Yes.
It's us.
It's everybody.
Yep.
I got you.
It's
But-
everybody.
It's us, though.
Right.
It's everybody, but it's us. We are mainly under attack, man, for our skin color, for our shade, and that
Right.
shit is insane. So
Right. So,
I get that.
it's bad when a madman sits there and tells you the truth, and nobody still wants to believe that shit, man. Like my wife, her grandmother is a Holocaust survivor.
right.
A Holocaust survivor, and she's terrified of Trump. Her daughters would not listen to her when she said that she was terrified, because she saw the same shit in Hitler.
That she sees in Trump.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it's
You know where I'm going to go on that. You know where I stand on it. I think our whole audience know where I stand on Chester Cheeto. I mean, if you've ever watched one of our shows, you pretty much know my feelings on Chester Cheeto.
All of our feelings.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I don't feel any different. I just personally believe they're all fucked up.
We had this discussion last segment.
Well, let's talk about it now.
We had it last segment. They're all fucked up, but it's just less of two evils.
That's what it is.
But that's the thing I don't understand.
We're doving off topic.
No, fuck the topic. We talked about that. I don't. You have to make me understand lesser of two evils. If it's evil, how is what does it matter? Is what I'm saying.
Because those are the only choices you got.
So that's what I want to get to.
Uh-oh.
Why do we accept it? All this power, all this shit that we're seeing in the streets right now with the protests, and the power that we're getting shit done, why not take that shit to Washington and demand more out of both fucking parties? Why accept anything less than what, you know what I'm saying?
I get you, because there's not enough people willing to stand up to change that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you don't, then we're going to be right back here all the fucking time.
I'm agreeing with you.
What you gotta be willing to accept is the fact that a lot of us don't want to wake up.
There you go.
A lot of us don't want to wake up.
There
A
you go.
lot of us are too busy living for this world.
I can't
And
accept
don't-
it.
Man, you have to.
I can't accept it.
But that's the society we live in.
So look, that's society we live in. So I will let y'all live in that society. I will choose not to put up with that bullshit.
But what you gonna do? Live in a
Y'all do what you want to do. I don't give a fuck. I see everybody as fucking evil in that fucking government. That's what I see. Democrat, Republican, I see them all evil.
Okay.
And I'm not putting up with the shit.
But
Y'all do what y'all want to do.
But unless you bring in your own lane to that discussion, what are you doing?
I have a lane. I have a lane, but y'all don't want to fucking hear it.
Are you running?
Are you running?
I can't run. I mean, I can run, but I have no money backing me.
But that's the issue.
Well, listen,
That's a big problem.
what I'm saying is, y'all can vote for who you want to vote for. Fine, y'all will deal with it. I will deal with the crumbs or the repercussions of it. I will not participate in that bullshit because I do not believe in any single one of those people.
I mean, I'm with you.
I got you.
So if you're with me, why are you saying I need to vote for one of those people?
Because
You're out. Yeah, you lost me right there.
hold on.
You lost me right there.
I get you on that.
Hold on.
I get you on
Because
that.
no, what I'm saying is, my vote means I vouch for this person.
That's exactly what it means.
I get you.
I vouch for this person.
I get you.
I don't vouch for Joe Biden, Kristen Gillibrand, whoever the fuck they put up there. I don't vouch for them.
I got you. But what I'm gonna say is the reason I'm saying you need to vote one way or the other, and I really don't give a shit which way you do.
Okay, green.
Okay, whatever. But the reason I'm saying that is because, well, two reasons. The first reason is when you don't vote, okay, that is a vote for the person you don't want to. That's number one. That's the first reason.
I don't want either one of them.
All right, I get that, but
It's gonna go to somebody.
right, that's what I'm getting at. But hold on, it's gonna go to somebody. Number two, okay, the right to vote was marched for our people.
And that's why I do vote.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
I do vote.
You have to vote for somebody.
I do vote, but I will not vote for either one of those two people.
Well, that's what
Then you're not voting.
Now, hold on now.
Well, I'm just saying you got to.
No, I am
hold on.
voting.
Go ahead, Aaron.
As we saw in the last instance, voting really didn't count for shit. Because Trump did not win that election through voting.
He won the electoral college.
Exactly.
He played the game.
But it was like Bush and...
Yeah,
he played the game.
Because
Something like that.
Bush and Gore.
Bush and Gore.
before he went back and they tallied up the votes, he was pissed off. He was upset. And he knew he was going to lose. He knew it. And Hillary swore she had that shit sewn up.
The biggest thing about Chester Cheeto is the thing that he's good at rallying people.
Well, his people.
He's
are
good at shit else. But he can rally people. And he's brought out a certain segment of this society.
All right.
He's good in front of the camera.
Well,
He is.
Because I don't think he's good in front of the camera, but y'all know my personal feelings.
But to his segment, the people that he's trying to rally,
He's good.
he's damn good at rallying
But
people.
this is what I'm gonna say. All right. And by the way, this topic has changed completely, y'all.
Hey, man.
But it's all right.
That's all right.
Just take it off. You gotta take your headphones off. But what I was getting ready to say was, is he that good of a candidate, speaker?
No.
Hold on. Was he that good of a speaker? Is he that good at rallying people?
Yeah.
Or is it just Obama backlash? There was a black guy in the White House.
It's
last
part
night.
of it too. Part of it.
That's
It's
part of
all
it, too.
part of it. It's not all or one thing.
Right.
Okay.
It's a combination of it all.
he's got this, and it helps that he's been in front of the camera with his apprentice shit and all that shit. He knows how to maneuver in the public eye type of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's good at that. He's as dumb as he is. He's smart in other ways.
He is.
He is.
I mean, you saw the meme I sent this week. The one I sent you, what he said back in '98, because he said Republicans are stupid.
Yes.
Everything he said about that was true.
He knows how to manipulate.
He can't necessarily say they're stupid. Well,
They voted for him. They put him in there. So yes, they are.
I mean,
Yes, he rallied them to vote for him.
but I think a bigger part of it was Obama backlash.
That was a huge part. I'm not discounting.
They didn't want. They were so angry that a black man was in the jump.
It's a combination of
For 2 terms.
Right.
It's a combination of that. It's
Right.
a combination of Hillary is a nasty fucking woman.
Yeah.
I'm not a Hillary Clinton fan, so you know.
But one thing I will agree with Trump on is that bitch is nasty as fuck.
Okay.
She's the fucking look. I call Trump's a demon. Hillary's is a fucking devil.
God.
I'm not arguing that.
And I could.
God.
We'll take another segment and I will back that shit up with fucking facts. That bitch is awful. And that's why he won.
She might have set women back too.
Man, she
They
terrible.
weren't ready to have a female.
No, they weren't. But you know
Not
what?
that woman.
But you know what?
Not at all.
I'm sorry, but in terms of political resume, she had that.
Yes, she did.
So now the next candidate has got to have even more.
But
Just to have a chance.
my feeling on it is, black president for 2 terms, and then you put a woman up. I don't care if the Republicans put up anybody, as long as he was white and male, they were going to vote for him.
And that's why those racists are out there empowered now.
It was a combination of all these things. It was a whole combination of all these things.
Yeah.
Had Hillary not been a woman, it might have been different.
Maybe.
Had Hillary not been fucking Hillary, it might have been different.
Tell us how you really feel.
Fuck that bitch. And fuck Bill Clinton too. Just because he played a saxophone on Arsenio Hall show, I do not give a fuck. I can see through his sheep's clothing. I can see through I can see through it all. Fuck him. Fuck her.
Paint a picture, all right?
Yeah.
Once again, we'll say the disclaimer.
Yeah.
No,
Everybody's views are their own.
No me.
No disclaimer on that shit.
Everybody's views are their own.
I want the children to tune into that shit.
God damn it. Alright, so
Yeah.
I'm going to try to pivot here.
Okay.
We already did the segment, but I'm going to try. Fuck it, we'll extend it a little while. Let's pivot back to the Desean Jackson shit.
Okay.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, and it went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But let's pivot back. Alright. Because the Desean Jackson came out and defended him
Yes.
by saying he was right. Now, Desean Jackson has since apologized and said it was anti-Semitic and yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, I agree that black people are the children of Israel, the true Israelites. I don't necessarily know if I agree that Jews will blackmail the white people in America. Now, I don't know if they're blackmailing.
Well, I need to, because I don't understand that part of it. What does he mean by blackmailing the
Yeah, and maybe I'm looking at it wrong.
Maybe not blackmailing, but they definitely in the bed together.
Gotcha.
Definitely in the bed.
Maybe that's what he meant. It was.
He used bad words. I mean,
It wasn't articulated correctly.
Right. He didn't use the right terminology.
Okay.
I mean, the Jews basically, man, they basically own a majority of the shit in the United States.
Now we're not saying Seth Goldberg got you work with at your job. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about these ones in Wall Street and government.
We don't think Jews are bad people.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Now, I'm not saying they're bad people.
No.
But they are rich as hell. That they are.
Yeah.
And that counts for the majority of a lot of shit in the United States, man. It's basically greed.
Yeah.
You might as well say, man, our government has basically just sold us out.
Oh, they have.
I mean, they do it all the time.
Yeah, that's not new.
But on this large of a scale, it hasn't been seen. Like, come on, man, you got a president in the office that sits here and has to hire people every fucking week because he thinks he can do whatever he wants to do.
Well, it's the golden rule.
Yeah.
He who has the gold rules.
And he who got that bank account.
There it is.
Well, you also think about since with the COVID shit that's going on, people are struggling, and they have these stimulus packages and these helping shit.
They ain't struggling.
But no, what I'm saying is, logically, anybody can see if you give just the money to the people, they're going to put it back into the businesses. The businesses don't need bailing out because if you give us the money, we're just going to put it back in the economy.
And shit, right now, you got them at a point where they might not be able to.
But what's the point of bailing out? What I'm saying is, what's the point of bailing out the big companies if you give all the money to the people?
I see where you're going.
We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're just going to spit it back into the economy.
So they're not losing.
There's no reason to give them a bailout.
I got you.
That's another reason why
Yeah, it
people
is.
are pissed off.
That's his friends.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucked up. And Obama did that shit too. Don't let that motherfucker escape on that shit either.
All of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point on all this shit. Don't let any of these motherfuckers off the hook. They all have this. Oh my bad. Did I knock you out? They all have their shit, and they all help Wall Street first before they help us. You give us the money, we're gonna put the shit on Wall Street. There's no debating that. What we're gonna do? We get money, we're gonna spend money. Wall Street's gonna get their money. Why give Wall Street money first before you give it to the small businesses who are just struggling?
But that's why people vote the way they do. They vote for what's best for their situation.
I'm not talking about voting. I'm just talking about calling out.
But that's what it comes back to.
But I understand that. But what
I get where you're coming from, but that's why they do it.
Yeah, I understand.
Go ahead, Aaron.
And we just need to find something that we could corner the market on, man.
Well,
And make ourselves valuable because we aren't valuable at all.
but we have money. We're just not.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
We
not
have money.
We're not investing the money
Exactly.
in ourselves.
That's the only reason why we are important to them is because of
our
our
money.
money and our votes.
They want to get our money without dealing with us.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. The biggest thing that Malcolm X was putting across that nobody fucking gets is all this wealth that we do generate. If we invest in ourselves, it doesn't matter what the fuck they do.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
If all this money, athletes, musicians, people like us, all the money that if we invest it in our own community, it doesn't matter what the fuck the government does.
They'll change the laws.
They will change the fucking laws on it.
That's what, so that we'll never get ahead.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
I feel
we
you.
have to do that.
Absolutely, I feel you.
And we do not do that.
And they're not going to allow it.
We can sit here and we can blame a lot of the shit on the government, but a lot of it is on us.
Okay.
There's absolutely more we can do, and more we should.
Look, God helps those who help themselves.
Agreed.
We do not help ourselves whatsoever.
Enough.
Go ahead.
No. Say it, man.
But you already know why that is, though. You already know why that
Is
man.
there an excuse though? Should there be an excuse?
I'm not saying
No, but it is what it is. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's what it is. I understand
We have
that.
been systematically programmed
Yes.
to be this way.
But there are people that are awake.
Exactly, but the other
They're not enough.
they don't want
It's
to
not
wake up.
enough.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have enough.
As much as we idolize some of these people, if they changed their way of thinking to, you know, wouldn't we idolize, you know what I'm saying? Because we already idolizing these people. I mean, I'm not saying me, I don't idolize any motherfucking body. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of people that do idolize celebrity. Mm-hmm. And if these celebrities would change their thinking or their actions a little bit, I think people would follow suit because we're already idolizing them.
But they're only in that position because they're playing the game. So
okay, so play the game.
But you shouldn't idolize somebody that just plays the game.
No, play it. No, I'm saying play the game to, like, instead of playing the game for yourself, play that game to help everybody.
Because everybody's playing the game for themselves.
Exactly.
I was about to say it again, Aaron. Say it again.
They're not looking at it for everybody. They're playing it for themselves.
But that's the problem. That's what I'm talking about.
That is a problem.
That's the problem.
That is the problem.
Everybody don't know how to play.
How do we? Because that's the way the chips. The game is set up. The shit ain't gonna change.
No.
So how do we get that point across? Is what I'm saying. To
the only thing you can
talking
do
until they shut you up.
Exactly. Do what you do.
Right.
Do what you do. It's just like we supposed to do with our sons, man. We're supposed to set examples.
Yep.
We're supposed to set examples for the younger, and that's all we can do, man. You can't force nobody to do shit.
Yeah, that's right.
If they don't want to live the right way or do the right thing, man, you have to learn to leave their asses behind and do what you can do for yourself and your family.
true.
And that's it. That's all you can do.
But that's the only way we're gonna. The government's not gonna do it.
I understand that.
The government created this so that we really make the right choice.
So that's my whole point, man. With as far as, you know, voting all that shit. Like, fine, whatever makes you feel good, but the shit's not gonna change anything regardless, unless we change ourselves.
Right.
We have to change ourselves.
But you'll never change anything, or you'll have no voice if you don't vote at all, though.
Right.
You gotta participate.
Yeah.
I participate.
You got okay.
My participation is actually more local because that Reagan bullshit trickled down.
Doesn't work.
And that's fine.
Fuck you, Reagan. Hope you turn over your. I hope a mole. Shit's on you in your grave. But it's trickled up.
I know we're getting shut down.
No, fuck that, probably. But it's trickled up.
Yeah.
Trickle up.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
It's trickle up.
I agree.
That's all the point. I probably went off a little bit on the.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
This is my shit.
Okay. Okay. We got this.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be our last
freedom, man. Financial freedom is our only hope.
And that's the one thing they don't want us to have.
No.
Because we too busy trying to look fly and all
That's
this
it.
other
Yeah,
shit.
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
We got a lot of wealth.
Yes, we do.
I mean,
It's a
shit ton of wealth.
It's a lot. Yeah, it is.
We do.
We do. It's
the
just
type that
prioritizing.
can make a difference.
Yeah, it's just prioritizing.
Yeah, it is.
We still got that slave mentality. Who got the bigger chain? Who got the better clothes?
There
Who
it
got
is.
this and who got that?
There it is.
Instead of putting it towards something that we could corner the market on and actually be valuable. I'm telling you, man, if we actually had some sort of economic backing for ourselves, the police wouldn't kill us the way that they do, because we'd have some fucking value.
No,
Right now, we don't have any type of value at all.
You know what they do? They send the military.
Exactly.
You know, they step it up.
That's gonna need a towel.
Need a
Yeah, that's
towel.
only a towel. Yes, I've been drinking.
Party foul.
Yes, it was me.
We had a party foul on the table.
Man, I've been talking to Jack all
I'm not
night.
watching on
This is
video.
what happens.
You listening on audio. Cliff. Fucked up. Oh man. I did.
Yeah.
But this is a good conversation.
It is. It is.
I forgot the name of the dude, man. I wish you guys could listen to him, man. He actually comes up with the best plan
Appreciate that.
for
Aaron.
black people. No problem.
Right.
That's where I get the financial freedom from, because that's exactly what he was talking about. He was actually saying that, man, as far as our votes, because that's where we're valuable at, our votes and our money. So he was saying when it comes time to vote, he was like, basically what we should do is hold our fucking votes hostage and
Just
make the two
P. Diddy was
candidates.
saying.
Then
P. Diddy?
Between the two candidates, which of the two candidates are going to do what we want them to do? You force them
not to just blindly say I'm going to vote for you, but say what exactly.
What are you?
I hear all the shit you're saying, but what are you going to actually do for the black community?
Right. And then my only thing about that is, you have a person sit here and promise you some shit, and then get in there, and then don't do what the fuck they supposed to do.
And that's when you find the most gutter motherfucker to run up in that bitch.
That's what they did.
No, I'm talking about like
that's what we should do though.
Citizen, you find just
we need to get that one that's good,
who don't give a fuck,
who don't right.
Just run up in that motherfucker.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But we need to organize to the point we can do that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. The other side did with Chester Cheeto.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
See, the problem with the side opposite of Chester Cheeto is there's so many shits they're trying to incorporate into one.
Yeah, I got
and a lot of shit, some people don't even give a fuck about what that other shit. You know
no, there was just so many people that was pissed off that it was a black man president.
No, what I'm saying is, you got a black movement.
Right, they didn't want that shit at all.
But what I'm saying is, on the other side, you got a black movement, you got an LGBTQ, you got. Did I say the letter?
Close enough.
We're not gonna get
close enough. We're not doing that.
But you got all this shit that's. It's not organized together.
Right. Divide and conquer.
Yes.
That's a good look.
It is. Listen.
That's why it is. Because those groups you're naming, like you said, like the Trump supporters, the LGBTQ, the black, what do I say? The
black, white, Indian, Hispanic.
We'll never see eye to eye. Like we'll never be on the same side.
Well, that's the one thing I respect about the right is you have different types of right people, but when it comes to that time, the motherfuckers unite.
Yeah,
we unite against common enemies.
The left doesn't.
Common enemies that unite against,
but the left does not do that. They can't even function within themselves. Like you got the
they still divide and conquer everybody else.
Yes.
Okay.
Evidently, that's enough.
It's enough, but
it's been enough.
But that's what I'm saying is the right unites. The left says no. If you're not going to be Bernie, then I'm not going to give you. You know what I'm saying?
But if the left was already starting up here while the right was here, they still got that advantage.
They do,
and that's why nothing ever changes. Because even when the right they get into power, all they do is kind of level it out. If that side never exceeds,
you always go to extremes to get your vote, and then
some sides do
come back.
Some do.
I think a lot of them do.
Some do. Like a lot of the blacks went out. They showed out when Obama was running, and once he was done, they didn't show up anymore.
Well, to me, that's the bigger problem.
This guy in there.
Oh, that's a big ass problem.
Because a lot of people came out and voted for Obama.
Absolutely.
And then once Obama was done, these people stopped voting.
That's right.
And that's a problem for me. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I don't care who you vote for. That's your personal, but you should vote.
And everybody's going to do it according to their personal situation.
Right.
Yeah, that was like they didn't even care about his.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't care what he was bringing to the table and anything. All they saw was color.
They saw the black man running. I'm gonna go vote. Oh, ain't no more black man. I'm not going.
Right.
Which ain't the fucking.
That ain't the way to
go. Just because he's black is not the right thing to do.
I know.
You shouldn't be voting for him just because he's black, and you shouldn't not vote just because he's not there.
But that should be a demonstration of what can happen if you take your ass to the polls.
That's true, because when we all came out,
you know what I mean? You got what you wanted.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up country.
You just realizing that?
No.
Okay.
Fucked up world, bro.
All right.
I like to call it modern day Babylon.
Fucked up world.
That's right.
Fucked up world.
That's right.
And that's bad because this is even with all this shit going on, man. This is one of the best countries to fucking be in.
True.
It's a double-edged blade.
That is
this country.
What Chris Rock says, America is that country that pays your way through college but molested you.
That's right. It's
Damn.
it really.
That's what it is.
Damn.
It really is.
That's what it is, bro.
It really is. It is really modern Babylon is what we're fucking living in.
Damn.
That shit was real.
There's no way getting around it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
I just said that to my daughter the other day,
Well,
man.
modern Babylon.
That this is Babylon.
This is Babylon.
Yes, it is.
If you read the description of Babylon in the Old Testament, this is exactly what we're in this
Gotcha.
country. As far as compared to any other country
Right.
or nation, fucking America.
Hey.
Yes. And what happens to Babylon?
I got to bring that in.
And you wonder why the rest of the world hates America.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Well, I don't wonder.
it. we also boast too, like we're the shit,
We do.
but we are shit. You know what I'm saying?
We could be this shit, but we don't act like it.
Yeah, we're like
Too busy doing too much bullshit.
we're like the Eagles.
Okay. Bro, right back full circle. Okay. All right.
Like we could be the shit.
We could be.
Brought us right back full circle.
Yeah, you know.
Got the wrong mentality. Go there.
With that Babylon statement, what I told my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
like I told her, I've said, and to go back to the Babylon statement earlier, I say the United States is Babylon because it's in the heart of everything evil, from the way it was established to the way that we bully other countries in the world. Everyone wants a piece of the American pie, but few truly understand the actual cost.
Mm-hmm.
So
Everybody wants to be a lion until it's time to do some lion shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's what I'm doing myself a disservice and the rest of everybody a disservice. When we talk about all these things that happen, these are all symptoms of a problem that nobody acknowledges. We can blame Trump, we can blame Republicans, we can blame government, we gonna blame all this shit, but it's lack of fucking God.
Agreed.
That's all it is. Like,
Agreed.
we can take down any statue we want. We can change any name we want. That's all that is an aspirin for a headache.
But
What's causing the headache is what I'm saying.
agreed. But you gotta remember, it's a lot of. I'm just gonna say a lot of people out there
Yes.
that changed up God's history.
Well, that doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No.
It does matter.
No, it does
That
not.
plays a role
No, it does not.
because they're changing the facts.
Brother, he's right on that.
They
No,
changing
what
the
I'm saying is,
I'm just saying.
if you search, if that's what you want, it doesn't matter what they say, you will find it. And the Bible tells you that.
That's true.
People changed up what they were saying.
But what I'm saying is, if you want to know, if you want to search, no matter what the devil puts out there as an obstacle, you will find it. If you truly want to know, and you truly want to follow what God wants you to follow. If you truly want to know, it doesn't matter the obstacle. It doesn't matter what facts they change. You will find it.
It's true. You say seek,
And the Bible tells you that.
seek and you shall find.
But it may not be you doing it. You might just be a piece. You might be a piece of that process.
Doesn't matter.
I get what you're saying. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But you might just be a piece. Like you might get off or whatever, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
But you're gonna be a piece of that process.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, okay, I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that.
And that's the biggest problem. Like, we can blame it on what the fuck we want to blame it on, as we're seeing in society. But the true thing is lack of God, lack of following the law as we're told to follow.
That's a whole other topic because people,
It is.
people are choosing what they want to believe.
But I'm just
about
saying, that's the problem. That's the problem
Yeah.
since Adam and fucking Eve.
Mhm.
That's the problem.
All right.
You know what Edomites are?
Edomites.
Educate me, brother.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, educate us.
Okay. Now, supposedly Edomites are evil white people. Supposedly,
Mhm.
in the Bible. Well, in the Bible it just says that they're evil people. Israelites say that they are evil white people. But what I've come to kind of understand, because it had me questioning my marriage, being that I'm married to a white woman, and it was saying that Edomites aren't supposed to mingle with Israelites. And I believe that we're Israelites. So I started questioning my marriage. But then the more I read and the more I did my research and stuff, man, it's saying that it's not the outside.
It's the inside.
It's the inside. That's what God judges.
Yes.
And I thought that Edomites were all white people. But being that there ain't no fucking white people, Edomites are just evil people. And bro, when you look at the situation that we got going on and they talking about race wars, we got evil people on both sides.
But it's a lot of them that's evil, and I'm with you. They evil on the inside.
Right.
So the people that's good on the inside, they want to judge you on the outside
Right.
to make themselves look better.
Right.
It's lack of knowledge.
Like absolute. No. They want to ignore certain things to make themselves look
better.
Yeah,
better.
it is true that too. But it's
Black supremacy. I mean, white supremacy. White supremacy.
Absolutely.
this war that's going on. We're making it about the outside of ourselves.
They are.
But
Most are.
and a lot of us are following suit. Yes, but it has nothing to do with the outside of us.
No.
It's the inner. It's our spirit.
They're going to use either your inner or your outer, whichever one makes you look worse.
Yes.
That's what they're going to use.
But nobody's talking about that shit, and I think it's our duty to talk about that shit.
you
Like we start our podcast off with all this crazy shit, but the soul of what we're saying is at the end of it what we just said.
It's too many out there that don't want that shit to change.
Yep.
They don't.
And that's where the issue is.
Yeah.
And that's everybody, every race, every creed, every fucking shit that's under the sun.
Even us, because like we're saying, everyone's saying what's good for their situation.
Yes.
So that trickles down to us as well. We're doing the same thing. It is what it is. I mean, I gotta call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
And there's people that do want change that ain't willing to,
Put in the work.
put in the work.
It's a lot of them.
There's a lot of people that's going out here saying, I want this to change. I want racism to end and all types of stuff. If you want that stuff, if you want it, and it's not going to be over with. I'm not going to say that ain't never going to change. Racism isn't going to change. But if you want it to at least be contained, or at least, in a sense, put away and set aside for the inner, then you should stop bitching and start moving.
That's true. But it's, you know what? It's to what you're saying. It's a lot of risk involved, and there's a lot of people that ain't trying to take that risk.
Yeah.
Racism too. There's a lot of people that's okay with the status quo, or they're not willing to do what it takes to change the status quo.
But that's also a problem.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It ain't going nowhere, man.
It's not.
Racism ain't going nowhere. It's preordained. That's preordained by God, man. It ain't going nowhere. He even said it wasn't.
I mean, it was a problem from the beginning, but we still are where we are now.
Well, to get to the top of the mountain, you got to climb dirt, and everything here is supposed to be here because it helps you. Like there's no reward in just being forced to be good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest lines in it's a Dark Knight or Batman Begins. It's a movie, but it's a great line in it. Is Alfred talks to Bruce and he says, "Why do we fall? So we can learn to get back up." And I think that's why we're here. Is we need to learn to get back up into the grace, into the beings that, as Adam and Eve before they fell, were created.
Right.
Some don't. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Some don't have the courage to get back up.
No, well, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Right. No, but I agree with you.
I'm just speaking for why all this shit that we're going through is why we're going through it, because it makes you bigger. To overcome racism, to overcome any crap that they put out to it, it makes you stronger because it's helping you get back up. If you can combat that without having any hate in your heart.
Well, the way you judge somebody is like how they deal with adversity.
Well, yes, it is.
A lot of the way people handle things, and a lot of it is where, and I learned this from my dad, it's where they come from. You know, not a lot of people in their environment are like, well, when I get knocked down, my dad told me, motherfucker, get up. Like, it's when I get in this house, when I'm in this house, if I get put down, I need to get up. Not a lot of people are taught that, or, you know, not a lot of people are in that environment where you can go, you go down and you stay down. Like, that's some people's environment. They just
A lot of the shit going on now is taught.
Yeah.
Right now, I was getting ready to say, like you had your dad to teach you that.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of others that
Yeah.
don't have it.
Yeah.
To teach
Or that's being taught the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're seeing what their community is. You know what I'm saying? They're becoming a product of their environment.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You
Like
see
any
a
animal.
whole lot of killing, and you see guys hanging out on the corner and all that shit.
Yeah.
And you see hearing a whole lot of bad advice.
Yeah,
You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying? But
Yeah.
you got a good dad just sitting here teaching you right. And that's what we need. We need more of that.
Yeah.
That's a beginning. That's one of the things that we need.
Well, and everybody ain't gonna make it.
Right.
No, man, they fucked us
Everybody,
up.
and unfortunately, everybody don't have that kind of dad.
No.
Or mom, or, you know,
Both my parents.
whoever the person is that you go to,
Yeah.
you know, for your guidance or what have you. Everybody doesn't have that.
No, they don't.
It's just where they come from in their environment. It's just how they were
That's true.
taught.
Yeah.
And are you strong enough to rise above that? And that goes back to what I said. Everybody doesn't have that.
Yeah.
No, but
That's true.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
It's up to you.
It's only two options.
You have to make that choice, man.
have to make that
Everybody
choice.
has free
And that's-
will.
That's it. There's
Everything
only
is a
two.
fucking choice.
There's only two options. You either deal with it or you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
I mean, everybody that work a job, if you don't like shit going on, you got two options. You either continue dealing with it or you fucking quit.
Fucking quit.
That's it.
Yeah. There ain't a third.
There ain't no third.
There ain't a third.
No.
Well, the third gets you fired.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's still going to result in you not doing it.
Yeah.
As
That's
fucked
true.
up as it sounds,
Yeah.
that's that stupid shit that Kanye West was trying to get at
Oh,
with the slavery comment.
oh my gosh.
That's what he was
Don't
trying
bring
to
no
get at.
gun.
That's a whole
Do
nother
we
topic,
really-
my brother.
Don't bring
Yeah.
that
We got to do a segment on him at another time.
Let's take a break and come back and we'll come back and do that. I'm for that.
We got to do it.
Let's take a break.
next week.
Yeah, well,
We could do that next week. Or
you want to do it next? No,
Yeah.
fuck it, Aaron. Hands. Do it
I
right
don't
now.
know.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Take a break.
We may be back. We may not. I don't know.
My daughter's not asking for me, so
Hey,
you know.
hey, we'll be right back.
It's only 10:47. All right.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
That shit hard, man.
It is.
I'm gonna write some shit to it. So I need like a full song of it. Can I get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We'll all drop a 16.
yeah. So we're
Spit hot fire.
we was you know talking off camera. We was gonna come back with another segment, but we're I think
We're pretty tight.
I'm pretty tight. I'm faded is what the is that what they say in the South? I'm faded. So I just wanted to say, you know, thanks for listening. Please continue to watch, like, and subscribe. Tell your friends. Do all that shit. Drink beer. You know, whatever. Drink whatever. But I appreciate you listening. If that's what you're doing. I appreciate my co-hosts, Justin and Cliff, as always. My special host, Aaron. The interns, King Tom Beast, and my runner over there, Jay.
He normally has his nipples out.
Yeah, he does. He just kept his shirt on the past few weeks. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he trying to get promoted.
Yeah. Before you pull the bird out, do some push-ups. That's all I'm saying. Or perfect push-ups. You know the little shit that you turn. I bought it on. It was an infomercial one night.
That's how it happened.
That shit worked though. That shit worked though. Perfect push-ups, because I got some. This shit's a thing. James, invest in perfect push-ups before you pull your shirt out to take your shirt off again. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, we are Brews. We are Brews and Views, and we will be back in 2 weeks with some more topics and some more brew. So please check in with us. Oh, and people got other things to say.
Aaron, you want to say something before we get up out of here?
Basically, just thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Yep.
Appreciate you being here, brother.
Yeah, I really hope we can get ourselves together, man. As far as people, I love you guys. That's all I got to say, man.
Yeah, we need to build.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
We need to build.
Yes, we do.
We need to build. Yep.
Yes, we do.
Yep. Anything else, Mr. Derogatory shirt man?
For the last time. Y'all see what it is. I'm not trying to offend anybody with it, but hey, I've been a fan for a long time.
Collector's item.
Thank you for the fans that we have.
Yeah.
Thank you to all the co-hosts here, all the guests, interns. Man, we just appreciate it all, man. Continued support for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing, man. Appreciate it. Keep watching. Continue to like and share, subscribe.
Like, share.
Shout out to King Tom Beats. He was waiting for me to say something. I'm gonna give him a shout out.
I just want to say,
what you got to say?
Thank you guys for tuning in. It's for me to sit here and be on the computer and get all these guys together. It's a wonderful thing to see. For all the guys and for them to be together and talk and having fun. And then we do this on a regular. So I mean, y'all just listening to it now. So I mean, enjoy it, and it gives me more experience, which I love. Gives me more experience with this program and sound effects. So thank you guys for continuing to listen.
And shout out to, it's called Hi Another Podcast. Y'all check that out. That's my little cousin.
Yeah. I subscribe to that shit.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Yeah. So, but and yeah, if you listen to our last episode on iTunes or Spotify or Podbean, you'll hear Jay Sean's first single that he made. I mean, there was a little discussion about it off camera. We'll talk about that later. But anyway,
that is not for camera.
But anyway, and shout out to our intern, his little brother. He actually wrote the song. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh. All right.
So yeah. But anyway, that's all I got.
When he has a shirt on, he
cut it out.
No.
I knew he was gonna say
That's
something.
civil rivalry.
Yeah, they're brothers. I knew he was gonna say something.
Lay, bro, lay.
Why you think he's an evil player though? Look at him. But anyways,
he's gonna come for me later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah.
This is Brews and Views, and we'll be back in a couple weeks. Tune in. Peace.
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 Peace.